So, what is sleep? And what is waking? Am I awake? Or I am only awake when there is a crisis, when there is a shock, when there is a challenge, when there is an incident. Death, discard, failure. You follow? Or am I awake all the time? In waking during the daytime. So what is it to be awake? You following, sir?
Yes, I am. I am. Since you're saying that meditation must permeate,
Of course.
obviously to be awake cannot be episodic.
That's it.
Cannot
be episodic, cannot be something stimulated.
Can't be described as peak experiences.
No. Any form of stimulation, external or internal, only implies that you are asleep and you need a stimulant, whether it's coffee, sex, or a tranquilizer, or keep you awake.
Have a shock to go to sleep and have a shock to wake up.
In my inquiry, I'm asking, am I awake? What does it mean to be awake? Not awake to what is happening politically, economically, socially. That's of course obvious. But awake, what does it mean? I am not awake if I have any burden. Right, sir? There is no sense of being awake where there is any kind of fear. If I live in an illusion, there is no. If my actions are neurotic, there is no state of being awake. So I'm inquiring. And I can only inquire by becoming very sensitive to what's happening in me outside me. So is the mind aware during the day completely to what is happening inside, outside of me?
Upon every instant.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes.
Otherwise I'm not awake.
I was just thinking about something that has always given me a great sense of wonder. At home we have some birds, and of all things, a cat too.
Of course.
But they love one another. That is to say, the birds don't run around in the room with the cat, but the cat supervises the birds. When the birds are put to bed in the evening, the cat goes into that room and stays with them maybe an hour or two, watches, just seems to have the feeling that it must look after the birds. And in the daytime, I've often watched the cat sit and look at the birds with an immense intensity. And the ordinary reaction is, well, for heaven's sake, haven't you seen them before? What is this everlasting intensity? But she's looking.
That's right, sir.
And her eyes are always with that jewel-like intensity and clarity, cleaner than flame.
I know.
And it never stops. And when she sleeps, she really, yes. When you ask me what is sleep, there must be a relation between the wonder that we feel for the cat's ability completely to sleep, and when she awakes, she's completely awake. Am I?
That's right, sir.
Yeah.
So, in asking and inquiring what is sleep, I must also ask what is to be awake.
Of course.
Of course. Am I awake, or is the past so alive that is dictating my life in the present? Therefore, I must sleep.
Would you say that again? That's very important.
I don't know how I'll put it differently. Am I awake? Is my mind burdened with the past, and therefore bearing a burden, I'm not awake in the present?
In the present, exactly.
not awake as I'm talking.
That's right.
Because I am talking from the background of my past. Of my experience, of my failures, my hurts, my depressions. Therefore, the past is dominating and putting me to sleep now.
Sleep. It's a narcotic.
Narcotic. Therefore, what am I to do with the past? You follow, sir?
Yes, I do. Yes, yes, yes.
Past is necessary.
Of course, yes. The whole field of knowledge.
Knowledge. Past is necessary. But when the past covers the present, then I am asleep. So, is it possible to know what the past is and not let it overflow into the present? That question and the reality of it brings its own discipline. Therefore I say, yes, I know what it means. I can keep awake totally and widely and yet operate in the field of knowledge. So there is no contradiction. I don't know if I'm conveying it.
Oh, you are. You are.
So the both are moving in harmony. There's no one doesn't lag behind the other. One doesn't contradict the other. It's balance.